We really about to do this. Okay. Hey Rich family, welcome to my YouTube channel, RichTv. You already know what it is. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to be part of this journey with me. But anywho, I've been wanting to start this channel for quite some time, and I'm really happy that I get to start it and everybody gets to walk this journey with me. You know. Anywho, this video is going to be a story time, and the title of this is Meeting My Mom and Brothers in 14 Years, and I hope you guys like it. Alright, I'm back and brought a friend. But anywho, so as you all know, I am adopted and I was put into the foster care at the age of 4. The experience wasn't easy, but at the end it all turned out well because I did have a home and I had a mom, and I did get adopted. I got adopted at the age of 10, but in that course of journey, my 2 brothers did leave me and my youngest sister, but they all had their purposes, so it wasn't like, it did hurt, but at the same time it just made me stronger as a person. Years earlier, growing up, I did have a lot of questions about my mom. I had a lot of questions as to where they were, and I knew my adoptive mom had answers, and she just didn't want to tell me. So I turned 18, and things weren't going the way I expected it. And I just wanted to live a normal childhood. I never really had a childhood growing up because I had to put on this mask. I had to put on this responsibility of taking a role as a parent, even though I am a kid. But at the same time, I also had siblings to look after. I had my blood sister, and I had 2 adoptive siblings. So I had to grow up fast. I had to do a lot of growing up quickly and understand that I didn't have time to make friends. I didn't have time to go out and hang out. It just wasn't part of me. It wasn't part of how I was raised or how I grew up. So that was that. And once I turned 18, I just couldn't take it anymore. Things just kept getting thrown in my face, especially in my past, and that's something I really don't like because, in the past it's happened, and people don't like to relive the past, but some people like to continue to throw it in your face. But that just wasn't me. I couldn't do it at all. So 18, started planning on moving out, and when the time came around, I moved out. It wasn't a easy decision, only because I had my sisters to think about, but at the same time I had to think about how it would benefit both of us at the same time. Me moving out, it gave me a lot of freedom, but at the same time it gave my sister a lot of more freedom. Like, she's able to go out and have fun and be with friends and do what she pleased, and that's all I ever wanted. So my decision, it hit me the hard way, but it also helped her in the long way, so I'm okay with that. But back to meeting my mom in 14 years. This is not easy to talk about, only because it's very personal, but that's the thing. You want something real. You don't want something that's put on for a show, put on for clout. No, this is my life, and I want to share it with you guys. So I moved in with a friend, and the friend's mom was amazing. Helped me get my papers and stuff, and all that worked out. And I remember my friend, she had shown me a picture on her phone, and it was me and my sister, and in that picture it had my mom's name in the lower left hand corner. At first I didn't notice it until like I looked at the picture again, because I'm like, oh, we're so cute, we're so little, and then my eyes caught the name. And I always knew my mom's first name was Sarah, but I never knew her last name. So when I saw that, I broke down crying, because I'm like, that's my mom's name, but not only is it her first name, it's her full name. So I started crying, because now my head is going through so many things, like, is she still alive, you know? Does she have my brothers? And it was really tough. It was really tough. So I contacted one of my friends, and he was there for me. He was always there for me. And you know, he kept checking on me, like because I showed him the picture, and he was like, you know, am I okay and stuff. At first I just wanted to ignore his message, because I was like, I don't want anyone else to know what I was really feeling at that time, but I couldn't hide things from him. So I told him how I felt, and he went to Facebook, and he put in my mom's full name, and then he had FaceTime call me, and he was like, Kayla, I found your mom. I'm like, stop joking with me, like, this is not a joke, I'm not playing with you, this is serious. And he was like, no, like, she looks exactly like you. I'm like, I don't believe it, show it to me. And then he had turned his camera around, and it was my mom, like, right there. Her picture was right there. It wasn't her, like, facial. I didn't know what to do, because now I'm shaking, my head's all over the place. I'm like, okay, so she's alive, okay, that's good. And then he was like, you know what you need to do, you need to download Facebook, because, you know, who uses Facebook? But my mom did, so it's okay. He was like, you need to download Facebook, download Messenger, and text your mom. At first, our original plan wasn't to put my face and like my full name there, because, you know, it was like, what if we text the wrong person? But I put my full name there, Kayla Richardson, even though that is not my full name. My birth name is Kayla Marie Gomez. That is my full name, but when I got adopted, they changed it to Kayla Richardson, so that made me with no middle name, but you guys know now, so yeah. So I texted my mom. Hopefully I still have the messages. I will take a screenshot and I will put it up there for you guys to see. That's if I still have it. And I was like, hey mommy, this is your daughter Kayla. And she couldn't believe it. Like, she couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was in shock. She was in shock. And like, she called me. I think she called me or I called her. And it was so emotional. Like, her connection was trash, but at the same time, that was not my, it was just me talking to her that really mattered to me. And like, we were crying. I would post the video up here too, so you guys can see it. And it was so emotional. It was like the greatest moment of my life. Like, my mom, and then I saw my brother Lewis. He is always the clown of like the whole family, but I saw him and I like broke down. And see, Alex doesn't stay with them because Alex has his own place, so they had used Lewis' phone to call Alex. You guys will see that in the video. But like, me and Alex are both emotional people. Like, that is my twin. Like, everything, like, so the way we think, everything was the same. Like, he saw me and we were both trying to hold it together, but when I saw him I couldn't. I broke down crying. He broke down crying, and like, it was a very emotional moment for me. Like, 14 years and I'm finally talking to my mom on the phone. I'm finally seeing my brothers. Like, that was the toughest moment of my life, but it turned out so great because that's something I've been longing for the most of 14 years. Back anyway, so my friend's mom comes back into the room and she's like, here's your dinner. And she saw me crying and she was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, found my mom. She was like, you're joking? I'm like, no, she's on the phone with me right now. And like in a week's time, we planned on going to New York. She bought me a ticket because she is a flight attendant, so there were a lot of like advantages there, you know. She helped me to get a plane ticket, and then that week I flew out there, and you guys will see it in the video. My brothers and my mom meeting me at the airport. It was the most happiest moment of my life, and I can't use words to describe it. I mean, to this day, I'm just really blessed and very happy to like be part of my family again. I mean, a lot of people, you know, growing up, I did have resentment towards my mom. You know, I'm like, how could you do this? You know, why did you let this happen? And just like in my poem on Instagram, like most of you guys seen, like, it was tough for me. Like, that's exactly how I felt. And like, I sat down, like me and my mom, we sat down and like I talked to her. I explained to her how I felt. And just to sit there and have that mother and daughter moment, it felt so good. It was so needed. Because I've always longed for like a mother that would actually sit down and listen to me talk, have me express the way I feel. And it meant the world to me. It meant the world to me. Like, a lot of you might just sit there and be like, it's just only if you, like, I don't even know how to, like, oh, it's really hard to explain. But all I could say is that I'm blessed and I'm very happy to be back in the arms of my mom and my brothers. And I wish my dad was around, but sadly he isn't. But, you know, may his soul rest in peace. With my dad, I never really had moments. I can't really remember things. I don't have memories of my dad. And you know what really angered me when I was growing up was when I was sat down to be told the news that my dad died. But that wasn't the part that angered me. It was how they narrated the story to me, knowing that it wasn't the truth. So I was told that my dad died in jail over a drug overdose. And when I heard that, I cried, you know? I mean, I haven't seen my dad. Of course, I don't have memories of him, but he's still considered my father, so I cried. And my adoptive mom told me, why are you crying? You don't know the man. Like, I'm sorry, but that's my dad no matter what. No matter if he wasn't part of my life or if he was part of my life, that is still considered my dad. Like, he's the reason why I'm even on this planet. Like, God is too, but like, God put 2 and 2 together to make me. So it's like, you can't tell me not to cry because that's still blood. And then when I met my mom, I had asked her about it. I'm like, you know, what happened to Dad's death? Like, you know, what happened? Like, how did he really die? And she was like, before we tell you anything, you gotta tell us what you heard first. So then I told her what I heard, and she's like, I hope you know, like, that's not true. Your dad died over, like, kidney failure. Is that kidney or liver? I think it's kidney, though. Like, he died over that. And, like, they told me that his last words before he passed away were, my kids. Like, the fact that I know that my dad was still thinking of us in the process of his death means a lot to me. Because, like, I know I'm never going to meet him again. But still. So I'm just saying, like, this is my life, you know. it's my childhood, you know, it's memories that are going to stick with me. But do I use it to bring me down or look on the wrong side of life? No, not at all. I use that to strengthen me and not to define me as a person, because I am better than that. My family is better than that. If I could show you how my mom was before to how it's now, I'm so proud of her. I'm proud to call her my mom, even though she hasn't been part of my life. I'm so proud of her. Like, she is my twin. I'm gonna show you guys pictures. She is so beautiful. But anyway, Rich family, I hope you guys do like this video. And you know, if there are other things you guys would like, please comment down below what would you like, and I will do my best to give you up that next video. But please subscribe, give this video a like, because I need it. You know, I'm just playing. But anyway, Rich family, thank you for showing your love and support, and I will see you guys next time.
You can't come on by.